Today, I'm going to do something I've not done for a long time. I'm going to share with you a mock test, a full mock test that I did with one of my students on the IELTS Speaking Gold course. Her name is Kristen from China, and she gets a band 7. Stay to the end of the test, and I will give you a breakdown of why she got that score in all the different parts of the different skills that she did there. I hope you like it. Enjoy. Let's get straight into it. Hello. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Xiu Yun.
Okay, and what can I call you?
You can call me Kristen. This is my English name.
Okay, Kristen. So I've seen your ID. Now, in the first part of this test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk first of all about your home. Do you live in a house or a flat?
I'm living in a flat with my parents because I'm originally from a small family, so I don't need to leave a house.
Which is your favorite room there?
I prefer my bedroom because usually I will hang out with my relatives, my parents, and my friends. So I just got a few time I can stay with myself in my bedroom. So I will choose this room.
Okay. And who do you live with?
Live with my parents because I'm the only child in my family and I don't have my grandparents. So now I'm live with my parents.
Okay. I'd like to move on now and talk about challenges. What subject do you think is the most challenging at school?
I'll go for mathematics. I really hate mathematics this subject when I was young. Even like right now, I still don't like it. It's very hard for me in the past. Even like 1 + 1 = 2 in the past, I need to think about it maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes when I was a kid.
Do you like to challenge yourself?
In the past, I would say no, but for now, this stage of Kristen, I would say yes. Especially like practice my English. I need to take my English to next level, and I'll go to the UK for studying my master's degree this year. Then I need to face more different and hard challenges in my life.
Do you like to live a life that has lots of challenges?
If I have choice and I really can do it in reality, my answer is no. I would like to live more comfortable and relaxed. But yes, instead of I need to meet a grade of different challenges on a regular basis. I don't like that.
Let's move on and talk about music. Have you learned to play a musical instrument?
Yes, when I was young, pretty much that age, maybe 8 years old, my parents took me to go to a music place to learn to play piano at that moment. Yes, but I gave up. I only learned it for 1 year. Then after that, I chose to learn fencing.
What musical instruments do you enjoy listening to the most?
Honestly, I don't listen to much instruments in my daily life. If I have to choose one, then like guitar, because it sounds different compared to other instruments. Yes.
Do you think children should learn to play an instrument at school?
It really depends different children's their personal opinions. Instead of I tell you you need to learn it or you need to learn that. If there are some groups of students they would like to learn, then this answer is yes. If you don't want to learn it, then you don't need to learn it in your school.
Do you think music education is important for children?
To some degree, I would say yes, but it's not that important. If you are a big fan of music, then it's important for you. If you don't have any interest in this area, then this answer is absolutely not.
Okay. Now, I'm going to move on and I'm going to give you a topic next. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You've got 1 minute to prepare, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Great. So I think you've got your pencil and paper, and this is your topic. Can you start talking now, please?
Yes, so I'm gonna describe a time when I were busy. So I would say these days, this is my last uh, semester in my uni. So I have to prepare a grade of documents and some materials for my uni. And I really feel I'm overwhelmed because this year, not only I need to finish my final dissertation in uni, but also I need to prepare to go to the UK for studying my master's degree. So I need to, for example, I need to go to visa center to finish my visa. I need to apply for the UK's universities. I don't know if they will give me lots of offers. So I have to maybe apply for different units in the UK at the same time. For example, like King's, the University of Edinburgh, or the University of Sheffield, for example. And I was unhappy in maybe last week, but I talked to my parents and some of my close friends. I feel much better now. For example, like last week, I talked one of my Chinese professors. I tell them these days I need to work on two significant things at the same time. I don't know. I have no idea how to deal with them. I want to finish them perfectly. I really don't know. In my list stage, could you give me any ideas? And that person helped me an awful lot. So I think even though I feel that that was a hard time, that was a busy time, but I still can ask someone for help. It makes me
Okay, I'll
happier
stop you there.
now.
Thank you very much. Okay. So we've been talking here about a time when you were busy. I'd like to go on and ask you some questions related to that. Um, let's talk first of all about the good and bad of being busy. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being busy?
So for being busy, the advantage is you can push yourself, maybe get out of your comfort zone instead of maybe lying on your bed or watching some, rubbish TV series or movies in your house. So if you can got a grade of things to do, like maybe studying English or clean your house, like these things you can improve yourself maybe physically and mentally at the same time.
Mhm. Do you think it's good for children to be busy?
I would say definitely not. So like right now in society, there are many children that are pretty young, but they have to learn instruments and they have to learn their subjects at school as well. So they feel overwhelmed. But when they talk to parents, the parents always ignore it. They don't care about their kids' real feelings. They just care about they need to work hard. They need to get the number one. Otherwise, you are not the best one. I won't like you anymore. So if I really can choose, then I hope those kids just be themselves, to be happy, to be relaxed.
Mhm. Do you think that children learn better by playing games or by being under competitive pressure?
It also depends on different children's their personalities and their upbringings. If you are originally from a high educated families, maybe when you play video games, when you talk to other people on that game, you can control your behavior, control your words. You can learn from it because you are smart compared to other students. But the majority of students, includes me, I don't think I can really learn from games. Then I think you need to sit in front of your desk and open your notebooks to learn.
Mhm. Let's talk a little bit about being busy at work. What kind of pressure may people experience at work?
Now I'm still a student, so I don't think I have too much work experience in society. But in my uni, I am a monitor. I'm a leader in my class. So I have been doing this job for 4 years so far. So I can share some of my real feelings with you now. So for example, I need to talk to different students and teachers in different situations. I need to communicate with them. I need to learn what kind of words I should use when I talk to professors, and another way around, what kind of words and the tone I need to choose when I talk to students. Then probably this is the pressure I will from work, this situation.
Okay. How does technology help with time management?
Maybe you can put all of your plans on your phone. Then this way you can see what kind of plans you have today. Then you can set an alarm to help you manage your schedule for today or for your whole life. And you can see them very directly in front of you. This way will tell you, okay, today you need to finish like 1, 2, 3 different things. Mm.
Do you agree that technology distracts people?
Yes, it's an awful lot, I think. So if you're still a student, or like right now, if you are an adult, you need to work, but probably you'll worry about what kind of masters or what sort of news informations happen today. Probably you will think about it when you work, when you do other things, but it really will disturb you. So usually I'll turn on my, you know, the disturb mode on my phone to help me to avoid these things happen.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll stop here. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So a big thank you to Kristen for doing this mock test. I would give her a 7, a band 7 here on her IELTS speaking. Let me just break down why I think so. First of all, fluency. You can see that she can speak without any noticeable effort, and really very rarely loss of coherence. She is able to develop the topic she's speaking coherently most of the time. And so, I would give her a 7, possibly a 7.5 on fluency at times. She's able to keep going over a long turn, and does it, as you can see, a very confident speaker. Confidence is not evaluated, but fluency is good. Vocabulary, also a 7, right? She can talk on all of the topics we discussed, using some common and less common vocabulary with a good awareness of style a lot of the time. She says things like, take my English to the next level, get out of your comfort zone, watching some rubbish TV series, improve yourself physically and mentally at the same time. Nice collocations, good understanding of that style and tone. There is a little bit of overuse of vocabulary. She says an awful lot, an awful lot. Overwhelmed comes up a few times. And there are some mistakes, but not many. Things like informations, which should be uncountable, and things like a great of things to do. She forgets the word deal sometimes. A great of things to do. A great deal of things to do. Moving on to grammar, I would also say a 7. Again, she has a range of grammar. She demonstrates, which is key, right? It's not that she knows it. She demonstrates a range of grammar. She can talk in the present, in the future with will and going to, gonna, conditionals as well, past tenses, and at times she slips into the present tense when talking about the past. And this will happen in part 2 if you're not careful. That kind of question like describe a time when, and it's in the past. And especially for Chinese speakers, who have a different tense structure and don't have conjugations in the past, it can be difficult to remember. For example, she says, for example, like last week, I talked to one of my professors instead of talked. So it's something to be aware of. But she also uses other great tenses, right? She said, I've been doing that for 4 years. She uses will for habit. I'll turn on the disturb mode on my phone. And gerunds, instead of lying on the bed, great use of the gerund. So again, really good base and more complex grammar with occasional mistakes would get her a 7 there. Pronunciation, at least a 7. I mean, she is easy to understand all the way through. At no point am I thinking, what? It's clear to understand. She uses contractions, linking sometimes. Her intonation at times is very, very good, very, very English. Not always sustained over longer phrases, but overall very good. So I would give her a 7 overall. She did a great job. And Kristen, actually, she talked about preparing for university. To tell you the truth, this test was done about a year ago. She is now at Edinburgh University in the UK, one of the best universities in the UK. And she's studying over there. Kristen was on the Gold course, IELTS Speaking Gold course. Actually, she took most of my courses. And even though she's studying in the UK, she still comes and joins us sometimes on the live lessons and different activities that we do. And I think you can see it. She has got such a great level of confidence, great communication skills, and that awareness that learning English is a lifelong skill and endeavour. And she's doing that even though she's in the UK studying. So I hope this is useful for you and that you've enjoyed it and inspired you to keep going on to become that confident speaker of English and ace your IELTS speaking test. If you've liked this, do subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.